Hello guys! So I know I said that this week is going to be Kaga's week as usual, but he bailed and went on a cruise with his family and left me to create a new episode with only 3 days to watch an anime and review it. So yeah, this is another my week. Next week is going to be Kaga and so on and so on. So in my trying to look for an anime to review since, I had 3 days for this, I stepped on to Gigak's video, and in Gigak's video, he talked about an anime named Medalist, which he said is amazing and he recommends, blah, blah, blah. So I said, you know what, fine, I'll watch it. I need to watch something anyways. I need to review something. I never expected that me trying to hit a deadline would end with me watching such an amazing anime. So yeah, let's jump right into the Medalist episode. Short intermission. If I sound a little shit this episode, it's because I was not feeling that well the day I recorded this, and I did not feel like recording it again. So, please excuse my little sick voice and enjoy the episode. So yeah, welcome to episode 3 of Let's Talk About Anime, apparently with Naisho, because Kaga bailed on me. So, yeah. In this episode, in episode 3, I'm going to be talking about the anime Medalist, created by Tsurumai Kada and animated by Studio Angie. So yeah, just like in the Gurren Lagann episode, in this episode I'm going to talk about the points I liked in this show, or didn't like them in this show. Come on, you know I like them. And in the end, I will tell you if I recommend it. So, let's jump right into my first point. My first point about the series is the idea of the series, which is never to give up on your dreams. No matter what, even if you missed your dream, find a way to still do it. So, the story mainly follows Inori and Tsukasa, and their dynamic between Tsukasa not being able to actually do his dream, and Inori being in almost the exact same position he was, which is why she thinks she can't achieve it either. And through not giving up on both of their parts, they manage to together fight for their dream. Tsukasa finds his dream again, but in a little bit of a different way, and Inori actually manages to get to her dream. And the idea of the story of never giving up on your dreams stays throughout the entire story, not just these characters. Every single character who is introduced gets this theme. You really can feel this theme blowing through the show. The theme of saying, if you give up now, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Fight. Do what you need in order to get to your dream. I think this theme is honestly just beautiful, and it works amazingly with the show. And yeah, honestly, just the theme of this show was perfect for the show, and overall it's just such a nice and beautiful theme. It's like having Asta for 13 episodes without him being obnoxious. So yeah, my second point is the characters, which is honestly the highlight of the show. If I had to choose one thing to say that this show did amazing, it's the characters. From every aspect of it. Like, first of all, their characters are so captivating. I mean, the first episode, the first 5 minutes, I cared about Inori's dream. I cared about her and Tsukasa. I wanted to see them win. Like, how these characters captivate you into the reality is just honestly amazing. And more than that, every character on itself, beyond the captivity of them, is just so well written. I mean, yes, it's not actually every important character, and yes, the character mainly focuses on about 7 characters, but it's a 13 episode anime, which means it's completely reasonable for only, let's say, 7-8 characters to get the spotlight. And every single one of them was written very well. Like, they don't dismiss stuff. For example, the fact that they are kids. They don't dismiss this. They use the fact that they are kids, they are grown-ups, they are professional, they used to be professional. They give you the aspects of every single character and how this character reacts to the world and everybody else based on who he is actually. I think the characters are just really well written through backstories and future goals. For example, Inori, the main character, is just such a good written character through her entire arc, and Tsukasa, and yeah. And the third thing about these characters is their development. Their development is just amazing. Like, for another time, for example, Inori is just such a good example of character development. She starts insecure, weak. She knows she has the talent, but she she's too scared to stand up and say it, and she ends up as an actual ice skater because she decided to slowly fight for her dream. And her development from this scared girl who collects worms to this really, really mature and brave young girl who wants to achieve a dream is just such a beautiful thing to see. Or let's say Dio, who starts off as like a brat. You don't like this character the first time you see him, but then you see his character development, you see why he's like this, and slowly but surely, with the help of Tsukasa, he opens up. And because he opened up, because he let other people in, he becomes a better human, and more than that, even a better ice skater because of it. His character development also just amazing. So yeah, overall, this show in terms of characters was just so much fun. It was amazing to watch. And yeah. My third point is the choreography and animation. So the animation in this show, it uses a lot of CGI in 3D, especially in the scenes of the ice skating, which usually, let's be honest, in anime, CGI usually sucks. But in terms of this series, I think this is the best use of CGI I have ever seen. I mean, honestly, it just works so well. First of all, they blended the CGI very well. So just like if you watched The Elusive Samurai, they blended it very well, even better than The Elusive Samurai. But more than that, it just works very well because ice skating in general is very, very smooth, and using the CGI in order to show that is just works very well. Like, I really didn't care that I was watching CGI. I think this honestly is probably the best CGI use in all of anime. The animation itself is okay, it's pretty good, but the CGI use is just very impressive. I really like it. And the choreography is just amazing. I mean, it honestly looks like I'm watching an actual ice skating match. Like, it looks amazing. From the shots to the angles to the actual moves. Wow, the choreography in this show was just amazing, and it was really, really backed up with the CGI animation in the specific parts. Alright, and my final point is the emotion in this show. The emotion of this show is honestly just beautiful, okay? Honestly, it captivate. As I said in the characters, this show is very captivating, and it takes you through all of these emotions, and it shows you real emotions, in my opinion. Like, you honestly feel like these are actual emotions of people, and not just like, I don't know, somebody screaming on your screen. Like, really, really good job in showing the emotions of every single character. I mean, through being sad, being happy, being depressed. All of these emotions in this show were just done so beautifully. Like, especially, let's say, the emotion of the willpower with Tsukasa or Inori, where they have so much willpower, but it comes from places that you see, and you really believe this emotion that they are actually, like, they're actually hopeful and they actually want to do this. Or Leo's anxiety, or any other character, or I don't know, let's say Mitten's angriness. Every single emotion was done very, very, very well. So yeah, overall, I'll give this show like, I mean, I have recency bias, but as of now, I'd give this show like a 9.2, 9.5 out of 10. Oh my god, such a great show, such an enjoyment. Not maybe a 9, because at the end of the day, the animation is not that good, but other than the animation, I couldn't find anything I did not like in this show. So yeah, highly, highly recommend you watch the show. And please, internet, talk about this show more. How can the only place I've ever heard of this is Gigax Video. Please talk about this show more. It's so amazing, and I really, really recommend it. And yeah, that concludes my episode. If you watched this far, please subscribe and leave a like. It honestly really helps. So yeah, next week is hopefully going to be Kaga's week. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. So bye-bye and goodbye for now.